Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, including some training footage, actually all of it involved training footage, it's time for me to talk about current events in the online fitness community. So let me put on my +5 out of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit. Let's talk about a video that the good Dr. Layne Norton, it's always important to remember that he has a PhD, he won't let you forget that, put up. And I wasn't even aware of this video until someone linked it to me and says, I don't understand why in the hell he made this video. Why did this guy make the video? Am I missing something in the context? In what world did he feel the need to make this video? I don't even understand why. Because he doesn't make that many videos. You know, he has kind of a niche that he caters to, and he doesn't make that many videos on YouTube. It's not his main thing. And I had to watch the video, and I think the question that the person asked me is, why did he do that? I think a lot of it has to do with we're seeing Layne starting to break down a little bit here. And everyone knows that Layne and I have a history. We have one heck of a history. The guy has sued me. The guy has paid people to stalk me, harass me, has paid, in his own words on a podcast, he admitted well into 6 figures. He has spent well over 6 figures harassing me. And that's publicly admitted. This guy admits he hates me, and those are his words also. He says that he hates me and would pour gas to watch me burn, which I've kept copies of him saying that in his own voice, just in case. But yeah, the guy is losing it, and people are like, well, why is he losing it? You guys not been paying attention? He's been plagued with injuries, and that's kind of the question that someone had asked me. Do you think his own injuries, is he trying to justify his own injuries with this? I don't understand. I think it's the fact that Layne is, one, losing it, and two, I think Layne really thinks that people out there are so stupid that he needs to actually explain to them that correlation doesn't equal causation. And this came about because he was apparently reading some stuff that Greg Nuckols put out, which actually I read that the other day myself. I saw Greg Nuckols put that out, and if you guys don't know who Greg Nuckols is and you enjoy reading, he doesn't do YouTube, but if you guys enjoy reading, Greg Nuckols is one of the more intelligent guys out there in the lifting world. Very knowledgeable, very intelligent guy, very forward thinker in a lot of ways. Very possibly an innovator. I think he is going to have a significant impact on the lifting world over the next decade. The guy's very strong, very smart, really knows what he's talking about. So pretty much everyone reads Greg Nuckols. Clearly Layne reads Greg, I read Greg, a lot of us read what Greg has to say. Don't always agree with it, but he presents it very, very well. Guy's very smart guy. So that's where he got it, is that he was doing a study looking at injury rates among lifters, and one of the strongest correlations he found was that the stronger you were, the more likely you were to have injuries. Now obviously what Layne had to break down here was that, well, that doesn't mean that there's a cause there. Doesn't mean that if you have more injuries that you're going to be stronger. That it should just be counterintuitive. But the fact is, the guy felt the need to tell his audience, well, that doesn't mean that that's the case. Well, no shit. Really. The fact that he needed to tell anybody that is again, shows that maybe he's losing it. And I mean, if you guys look at this, someone sent this to me the other day also, I'm going to flip it in. There's Layne's lifting history, and you guys remember in the last couple years he's had multiple major injuries. Well, clearly he hasn't gotten stronger with his injuries. He's had a rapid decline in strength. He's trying to make back up for it, and he's making some progress, but he keeps going back to the same methods that hurt him before. It's a point I've always made, that Layne is going to cripple himself. No doubt about that in my mind. And it's because he won't listen to other people. He won't assess his own squat form. He refuses to listen to coaches and makes excuses of this is the way to do it. Yeah, the guy's strong, but he just keeps tearing his body apart. And I don't see that ending anytime soon. This is someone who has been plagued with multiple major injuries, some of which have required surgery, things like that, and just doesn't listen to anyone or refuses to listen. Oh, a little side caveat. People are like, why did you throw the stolen valor thing in there? Because this person paid a lot of money to create a campaign to falsely accuse me of stolen valor, which you guys have seen it out there. Anyone who knows my name knows that people have associated me with stolen valor. You want to know why? Because of that guy. Because of that guy. He paid a lot of money to get that spread around, and the truth is, it's not even true. It's not based on reality, but then there he is flashing a dog tag. Flashing a dog tag. That's a stronger case for stolen valor than anything that I've ever publicly done that anyone's aware of. So there you have it. It's as simple as that. Look at that. That's stolen valor happening, flashing that dog tag. And so I'm going to associate his name with stolen valor. I might as well. I'm just going to call him that from now on. Instead of the fake natty, call him stolen valor. But what's going on here with him making this video? I think it's clear that Layne is kind of losing it. A lot of people, including former people who business partners of his, people who've known him, have described him to me. I've had multiple people call him a psychopath to me personally, and my own experiences with the way that he's come after me, the way he's come after my loved ones, the fact that he's even like tried to talk to my sister on the phone. He's talked to my sister on the phone, by the way. She told me all about it. And he ended up hanging up on her. But the thing is, yeah, I believe that. But the thing is that his world is kind of crashing down a bit. You guys need to remember, the guy is going through a divorce. He got caught having an affair on his wife. Now let's keep that in mind, you know. This is someone who basically lied and cheated with his wife. This is supposed to be the person he loves the most in the world. That he loves the most in the world. And he's a liar and a cheater with hers. What do you think he would do to make money? What do you think he would do for trophies? What do you think he would do to pimp supplements or to win or do anything else? I mean, if he's willing to be a liar and a cheater with this person that he claims was his world, that he loved the most, what do you think he'd do to everybody else? Let that sink in. But that may hurt him financially. All right, he's trying to play nice and everything, but that's a big stressor on this guy's life. He's had major injuries recently. Has hurt himself training multiple times. He is going through a divorce after being caught cheating on his wife, having an affair. Cheating on his pregnant wife while she's raising his child after she cranked out 2 children for him. That's a big stressor now to be caught in the middle of all that. And he's also had one of his little business ventures has come unraveled. Someone posted that on my wall. Again, people send me all this stuff. It's not really hard to find. You don't got to look for it because people sure like to send it to me. Because of his and I's history, that his company Corbon may be going under. It looks like Bodybuildingcom isn't going to carry it anymore. He admitted that. That was his own supplement line. Pimping a lot of these same products that I've accused him of pimping in the past, that they aren't useful. That's neither here nor there because you guys know how I feel about the supplement industry in general. But he's lost a major business venture in addition to major injuries, in addition to going through a really messy divorce, which is going to hurt his public image and has hurt his public image because now he is known as a liar and a cheater. I mean, he got caught having an affair on his wife, cheating on her. That's not a small thing when you're supposed to be a trustworthy person, that you're a coach and everything else. That's not a small thing. It speaks volumes about your character. So all this stuff is probably weighing on him pretty heavily. So I think this is a sign that Layne is coming unraveled. I mean, we've seen the sign of him coming unraveled with the things he was saying about me publicly, like screaming that he hated me, would pour gas to watch me burn. Why? You guys know why? Because I called him a fake natty. Because I said that his research was financially biased. That's why. He said that years after the fact. Now keep in mind, guys, he was saying that stuff over a year after he sued me over it. That's how angry this guy still was about it, over those things. Keep in mind the stuff he's again, you kind of get an idea. The guy's not particularly stable. Guy's not particularly stable. He just took a major financial hit. We don't know the reasons why they're not going to carry it anymore. People could speculate. I've heard rumors. And I'm just going to leave those as rumors. I'm not even going to address those rumors because we don't know. That's between him and Bodybuildingcom. All right, we could speculate all we want, but only they know why they're not going to be carrying his line anymore. But that's a big financial hit for him in the middle of going through a messy, bad public image divorce. Also, I mean, again, this is stuff that could come back and haunt him. I mean, it's stuff I wonder about. The guy's admitted to spending over 6 figures harassing me. I wonder if his wife's going to bring that up in divorce court. That the guy's so obsessed with someone like me that he squandered a bunch of their money harassing me. again, some of this stuff could be hitting him. At this point, I mean, he's going to look like a psycho to a jury, to a judge. If she breaks down the stuff he's done to me, maybe stuff he might have done to her, we don't know. He's going to look like a psycho. This stuff's going to hurt his public image in the long term. So I think he's under a lot of stress, and he made this really absurd video to let everyone know that just because there's a correlation between injuries and strength, it doesn't necessarily mean that having lots of injuries will make you stronger, and that he wanted to make sure that his followers all understood that. You know, because a person had asked me, was he trying to justify his own injuries? Maybe. Maybe. And maybe that's what it also is, also him trying to, because he's going through a lot of PR stuff of trying to justify his own injuries because he's gotten really strong, that there's a strong correlation between that just happens. And there's some truth to that, but in his case there's also some very bad technique and bad training methods involved, which have been pointed out to him over and over and over and over and over. Not just by me, by plenty of coaches. So again, maybe justification for that, but again, a lot of it seems to be in, like, I interpreted it the same way other people did who were like, I don't understand why he made this video. I think he's under a lot of stress, and I think he's just coming unwound at this point. Just is what it is. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.